Good morning. My name is Shelly Mon. I'm one of the trainers. I'm going to teach you how to use the wheelchair lift today and the tie down. So we'll start with the wheelchair lift. We've got the door. All the doors have this little safety mechanism you undo. Just lock it on there so your door is secure. You have your up and down controller. Right here you'll have your on and off switch. Just make sure that it's turned on. You'll have your up and down and your fold and unfold. So we're going to want to unfold it first. And then we're going to bring it all the way down. Most of these are magnetic, or they have a little hook. You can just hook it on here while you're loading the wheelchair. The wheelchair goes in backwards. Usually the student will help you or a parent will help you, but you want to make sure you put the wheelchair on backwards. Once the wheelchair's on the lift, you want to make sure it's locked, both sides. And then as you raise the wheelchair up, you're going to want to hold onto it in one spot. And you want to hold onto it until you're all the way up and the student is off of the ramp. And then you'll unlock, and most times you'll have somebody assisting you to get the wheelchair off the ramp, and then you'll put the ramp back up. Make sure once the ramp is all the way up that it's completely folded or the bus will not run. You hang it up. Do I need to turn that off? Just leave it on, and then close the door. Okay, then we're going to go load the student. Okay, we have the wheelchair loaded. We are going to tie it down now. First thing you want to do is make sure it's locked in place. Sometimes the student will help you, but just double check, make sure it's locked in. You're going to have 4 tie-down straps. You have 2 in the front and 2 in the back. The ones in the front are going to go on the outside, and you just line it up and slide it in, just like that, and it's locked in. Make sure it's locked in. To release it, you just pull that up and release. Same thing, you just want to be on the outside. A good way to remember is you don't want to put them on the inside because they will have no room for their feet. Their feet would be on the straps. So always on the outside. Then this is a Thomas. It's a little bit easier. You don't have the tracks. We'll do a Bluebird where you have tracks, but there's only the 2 on here, so you know right where they go. These are your hooks. The red knob is what releases them. You're going to want to strap it on there. You want to put them on the closest joint to the seat. And you can tighten them just by pulling on them. Same thing here, the joint closest to the seat where it's not going to slide. Once you have the 4 of them on there, you're going to want to unlock the wheelchair, wiggle the chair, lock it in place completely, and then lock it back again, just to make sure it's secure and it doesn't roll. Your wheelchair will always face forward, never backwards. Then you have your lap belt, and your shoulder strap. And they both have this little hook on them. So your lap will go over here. It's flat on this side, and that's what goes on the knob like that. So it's flush. Just pull it up and lock it. Same thing over here. Make sure it's flush. Try to make sure it's not too twisted. Lock it. And then you're going to want to take the lap belt around here. You want it on the inside of the wheel and on the inside of your armrest. Same thing over here. You want to bring it around, get it in between the wheel, in between the shoulder rest, lock it in place. Just make sure it's on their lap and across their shoulder, not cutting off their neck or in their face. And there you have the tie down. We're on a Bluebird now, and you can see the tracks. It's a little bit different from a Thomas. If the equipment's not out on the floor, it's going to be in these little pouches. All the buses have the little pouches, and you'll just pull out all of your equipment. You should have the 4 tie downs, the shoulder strap, and the lap belt. So the difference is you have to remember you want the front ones on the outside track. Okay, now we are going to put the tie downs in the tracks. It's a little bit different. You have the 4 little knobs and then a line. So you're going to line it up with the holes, and you're just going to slide it in to lock it. And then you have a red line here. Make sure it's a solid line, and that tells you that it's locked in. This right here is what releases it. You pull up and it'll release. And then your other one, you just want to make sure it's lined up with that one. Again, you want them on the outside so you have room for your feet. Just set it in, slide and lock. Okay, then we have the back tie downs. You got the 2 back here, and just it's a little bit more confusing than the Bluebird because you have the 4 tracks. Just remember the back ones go on the inside track. Front ones on the outside track, back ones on the inside track. Again, you just set it in there, lock it in place, line it up the best you can. And just remember the red knob is what releases these. You put it on a welded joint closest to the seat. We're going to unlock the wheelchair. And then do the wiggle test. Get it locked in. And then put your wheelchair locks back on. Okay, on the shoulder strap. This is a little bit different than the Thomas. You have 2 parts. You do on the Thomas too, but it goes in just a little bit different. Just always remember the bigger part goes on the floor. You don't want to put the bigger part up here because if it were to fall, it would knock the student out. And you want to put them in as close to the shoulder. It's the shoulder strap, so you want to put them in as close to the shoulder as you can get. Just like that. An easy way to remember the back, as far as your tracks go, is they're all 3 in a row. So you're using the first 3 tracks, this one's empty. Then again, you have your shoulder strap and your hook. You want to put that on, secure it in place. Lap belt, put it on, secure it in place. Bring it around on the inside of the armrest. And where is that? Oh, it's down there. Same thing with the shoulder strap. Bring it around the armrest. Sometimes the students assist, but you just want to make sure that it's always locked in, the lap belt is secure, and it's over their shoulder and not in their face or their neck. And then just do a double check, make sure everything is secure and in place.